Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do a 4v4 on the map. Kilimanjaro between me and the viewers. It's going to be a mixed rated game, as I realized my title was wrong. It took forever for this game to get started. I'm going to be playing as the Ethiopians today, and we're going to be playing on this brand new map. Of course, all of these maps and new civs are part of the African Kingdoms expansion to Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, which can be found on Steam. Added 4 new civs. Today I'll be playing as the Ethiopians, and I do actually have a civ overview video for each of the new civilizations, and you can find all that in the video description below. I'll have also all sorts of videos of just all the new strategies as well. I look forward to playing all the new maps, even through the campaigns maybe, and showing off basically every strategy that each of these civilizations are capable of. I think the Ethiopians are very interesting, and well, let's give it a shot. Hopefully these teams are balanced. I'm really not sure. Someone else has actually never played a rated game before, so I'll give my best shot. Ready Teddy says that he's been enjoying the break music. Thank you. Gauntlet Dark Legacy is actually one of my favorite games of all time and has one of my favorite soundtracks. I think that some of the castle level music is very, very fitting for Age of Empires 2. And for those of you who remember my old Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds videos, I used to use that as the background music because if I use the in-game music, then it gets muted, of course, due to copyright. As the actual in-game soundtrack for Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds is actually just the Star Wars Episode 1 soundtrack. So there's actually like music from like all sorts of Star Wars movies though in that game. So, Ethiopians, and we're also doing Kilimanjaro, which hopefully I'm pronouncing correctly. If I'm not, I will get it right over time. I know that I was pronouncing Feitoria wrong before, but I know now. It's the only video that you'll hear me do that. This map is similar to Arabia and Oasis style maps. It's very open. This map is very difficult to defend. A lot of the trees aren't in the center of the map, but unlike Oasis, it's not like this massive just clump. There are plenty of spaces between the clumps of trees, and my map generation is absolutely abysmal this time. It looks like I don't actually have a... This is the closest forest to me, and I have a very high screen resolution, which is why my game is so zoomed out. And this forest is incredibly far away, so my villagers will have to spend a long time walking over there to saturate that woodline. Hopefully there's no out of syncs or any sort of shenanigans this game, as we've been having a lot of crashes and struggles recently. Kanjan asks how good are the Aztecs in the game. They are oh, don't worry about typing it twice as long as you wait between typing the messages out. Sometimes it can be difficult for me to keep up with the Twitch chat while I'm playing and trying to provide a meaningful commentary, but I try to multitask. The Aztecs are very good, but every civ excels and is weak in certain circumstances. So the Aztecs are very, very good on maps like Arena because of their strong monk rush, and they're also good on open maps like Kilimanjaro and Arabia because of the strong Aztec-like Dark Age rush with militia. So you can make like 5 militia instead because you get free loom, or in the Forgotten you get free 50 gold instead of free loom. So you're able to make like 5 militia, harass your opponent's villagers in the Dark Age. It can allow you to really snowball a game out of control. You don't even need to be able to kill any villagers in the Dark Age, but just forcing the enemy villagers to attack you back, that means they're not gathering resources and they might as well be dead. So that does a lot of economic damage and it cannot be underestimated. If you're wondering why I start with cartography, it's because we have a Portuguese on our team, so that will help reveal the map a bit. Zezda baby, I will check my inbox. I've been very, very busy with that recently. Tim K, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. I have been like so stressed and busy with classwork recently that I haven't had much time to do too much extra content for my YouTube channel, do extra streams, or wade through my inbox. I get a lot of messages, so I fall behind it a lot. But I will check that out for sure. Just give me a couple of weeks. SG1 Kilo asks, is there a reason why you play a normal speed? That's just because what most people play on. And oh shit, I should not have alt-tabbed there while I was luring that elephant. Oh, mistakes were made. Better not lose that villager because I was reading the chat. Whew. I have the dreaded 49 food, so I will have a little bit of town center idle time while I wait for that 1 food. Whew. Not bad. Not bad. If I miss one of your questions, feel free to type it again. Gormort says, are you ever going to be able to stream more than once a week in the future? Absolutely. Keep your eyes peeled. I used to do it a lot more often, and it's just based off my schedule, which varies from month to month. I used to stream at least twice a week, but I've had a lot of work recently, so that's why I haven't been able to do it. Starting mid-December, after final exams, I'll have a lot more time to stream, so keep your eyes peeled for that. More stuff's on the way, and I did like a lot of stuff over the summer. Welcome, Gray Fox. Good to see ya. Says used to watching on YouTube. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Normally it doesn't take this long for me to get a match started, but today has been absolute shenanigans. Absolute shenanigans. Gotta keep force dropping off to keep my town center working. This is a very difficult map to play well because the resource distribution is very, very strange. There is actually only 4 sheep, which are goats in this case. And there's only 1 boar, which is an elephant, which has, you know, a little bit of extra food compared to a wild boar. So it's 400 here compared to 340, but there's only 1, and I have only 4 bushes. As a trade-off, I have 2 extra deer, but that doesn't actually even out. So we'll see. My goal this game, I would like to take advantage of the Ethiopians with their unique unit, the Shotel Warrior, the glass cannon infantry unit that runs fast, has a very high attack step, it dies incredibly easily. I'd like to take advantage of that if I can, perhaps fast Castle Age into that, and then make those units. I think that would be fun. It's definitely an effective strategy. I don't know how good it actually is, and I don't think we'll know for sure until I've played enough games on the expansion. But I know it's effective, at least on some level, and part of this is because I'm able to fast Castle Age a lot quicker than most civilizations due to the 100 food, 100 gold I get when advancing. If the strategy turns out to be too good, or the Ethiopians turn out to be too good in general, I would personally keep an eye on the fact that they have access to arson. Perhaps they don't need to have arson. That might push them a little bit over the edge. Arson being 150 food and 50 gold, you can research it at the barracks. Every civ gets it currently, and it gives all infantry units plus 2 attack versus buildings, which is quite good. Thank you so much, Basement Autismus Maximus, for your sub. Much appreciated. Nice username, by the way. I'm sorry if I miss a couple messages. Make sure you wait a few minutes between posting it. The Sid says, do you think the Portuguese, with their super cannons and gunpowder, is the best civ in the game right now? I mean, historically they should. Historically they should be. Particularly strong. The Spanish were the beasts of 1400, 1700. Because the guns, I think that the Portuguese are a strong civilization, but really, we're gonna have to play a lot more with them before I know for sure exactly how good they are. So, I don't think I'm ready yet to say that they're the strongest civ in the game. I think that they're good, but strongest civ in the game might be pushing it. Who knows, maybe it turns out that they actually are the strongest civ in the game, but I'll have to play with them a lot more before I can really know that for sure. Over time, people will get more used to playing against the new civilizations and will inevitably learn more counters and whatnot. I think they're good, but the Portuguese, like, economy bonus, the 15% cheaper gold cost on units, does not actually help them that much in the early game. It's very nice in the Castle Age and in the late game, but I imagine the Portuguese can be punished early on. So, we'll see. Zatarius, the Wololo thing is like from Age of Empires 1. That's what the monks used to say when they were converting people. And Zero Empires sort of adopted that as his channel slogan, as it's a very iconic thing for the Age of Empires series, and Zero Empires is all about the Age of Empires. Hello, Corbett, good to see you, and hello, Octagonal Dick. How are you doing, my friend? Latiak says, do you think the Britons receiving Cannon Galleon was a good buff for them and forgotten? Absolutely. I feel like their navy was just a little bit weak for really no reason, and I think it's a very adequate, safe buff that can't break anything, which is the key. So, my feudal age time is going to be bad, and as a result, same with my castle age, due to a little bit of idle time. I'm still getting used to playing on this map, because it requires a different build order than the usual, and there's just significantly less food resources available, so over time you can expect me to get a bit faster at this, but this is just a weird map. I actually don't need to mine this much gold now that I think about it. In fact, my castle age is going to be garbage no matter what, right? Crap. Perhaps I needed more farms, I'm not really sure. It's unfortunate, but it looks like Ugar Iceman, not only does he have a barracks, but it looks like he's also watching his town center. He will be able to do some free damage to me, but not enough. So much for fast castle age. Not my 5k, oh my god. Not my Skype, that's what your name is, I'm remembering this. And hello, the Fish Keeper. Thank you, Kanjin, appreciate it. Will we see more Stalin versus the Martians? I'm not sure, and that's really up to you guys. I'd be happy to finish the game, as I think that you guys would really enjoy it. I haven't finished the game yet because people have told me that the game was so bad, it was a stressful experience, and it actually triggered their anxiety. I would like to complete it at some point. And actually, maybe I do that. I think that people would really enjoy it, mostly because if you haven't seen the final levels of Stalin versus the Martians, you think you've seen... you think you've seen the worst? You haven't seen anything yet. We're just scratching the surface. The rabbit hole goes very, very deep here. I actually have a couple parts of the Stalin vs. Martians Let's Play on my YouTube channel if you missed out on that, but I've only played through the first 2 levels so far. Who knows, maybe by the time you watch this I'll have finished it. I would like to complete it. I think that people would enjoy it, but we'll see. I'm not sure what I plan to do once we hit December, and then I'll have a lot more free time. I have my eyes on maybe the StarCraft 2 campaign, but I wonder if it will bother people that I'm very rusty at the game. Maybe it's the type of thing that I shouldn't be doing unless I happen to actually be okay at StarCraft. I used to be okay at StarCraft, but now I am very rusty, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm open to ideas. I do really want to complete Stalin vs. the Martians at some point, and if it's something that you thought was funny at first, and it didn't trigger your anxiety or anything like that, then I'd love to complete it. I think everyone would find it amazing. You would not believe how weird and bad and awesome the game gets towards the end. Like, that was just the beginning. Ready to say he's on board for that? Nice. Basement Autismus Maximus says, I sweat because Resonance 22 Scout moves faster. Latiax says you could try playing some funny, awful games like Unfair Platformer. We'll see. I'm not normally a fan of awful games, but Stalin vs. the Martians is awful in the way I like it. It is a very similar sense of humor to my own, and that, I love the political, exaggerated humor. I think it's awesome. I've always wanted to play. I didn't know this, but I've always wanted to play a game like Stalin vs. the Martians. It's a dream I never knew I had, and that game is tremendously bad in a beautiful way. Like, Big Rigs is bad in a beautiful way, but it's not my type of game. But I think that since we're all strategy game players, then we can all sort of appreciate Stalin vs. the Martians a bit more, because it reminds us of, thankfully, how good Age of Empires 2 is in comparison. Now, my map is about as bad as it gets. Wow. Like, my wood line is really tiny. I'm actually going to have to move already. There's no wood over here. This wood line's also bad. The spacing of the trees looks really cool when you don't have the Pussywood mod like I do on Steam, which makes your trees smaller so you can see units around it. Hello, Kratos Hellas. Jarek says, dude, he'd watch your channel he says he watched my channel alone for the StarCraft campaign. Well, thank you. I might do that. My map's really bad. Like the trees look really cool when they're normal sized and they have a little bit of spacing between them. It looks nice aesthetically, but holy crap, is it not fun when your wood line is this bad. It's really inefficient. I'm gonna build this castle here to protect my stone farmers and gold miners, but I would like to also build it next to a wood line, because wood is love, wood is life, and I might not actually have enough. But hopefully they don't harass my wood line too much. I think it's just more important though. It's not like I have a good wood line anyway. I'm gonna run out of wood soon either way and have to move my lumber camp. Jarek says, I haven't played the Zerg expansion. I didn't play that much Heart of the Swarm either. I played a ton of Wings of Liberty, but I didn't really play much Heart of the Swarm, so that's why I'm very rusty. Dragon Source says, what race do you play in StarCraft? I played a lot of Terran and a bit of Protoss. I played all of the races, but I mostly played Terran. I would like to branch out though. Mostly play for fun. If I missed any of your questions, feel free to type it again. Not my Skype says I watched it. It was the April Fool's Day thing. Yep. It was loads of fun. I'm interested in doing something like Civ 5 as long as, again, people don't mind that I'm new. I want us to start somewhere. I know that it bothers people when they have to watch someone who is, bad at various games, but we all have to start somewhere, right? Hopefully people enjoy it enough for the commentary. It's something I consider, but again, I don't want to, trigger anybody. They're like, oh my god, like, why is he deleting all of his units? Something like that, I don't know. I'm not going to delete all my units. Gonna build a town center over there, start working on those Shotel Warriors now. I don't know how to pronounce this necessarily correctly. Everyone keeps telling me it's Hotel Warrior, but that can't be right. Or maybe it is right. Yeah, I had this problem with StarCraft 2 where every time I learned a new build, Blizzard would nerf it beyond playability in the next patch, and then I'd have to learn a new build. And eventually I just got tired of learning new races and builds, because it felt like to me, and take it with a grain of salt as your gold tier scrub. As your casual gold tier scrub, I felt like there was always one weak Civ, and they were just alternating between it. The balancing was shoddy. It was either too slow or too fast, and I was tired of learning new builds all the time. Learn new builds should be something that I do because I think it's fun, rather than because, like, lol, balance patch came out and now my timing attack doesn't work. But yeah, I still thought StarCraft 2 was really fun, and I played it a lot with my friends, and it's a game that has a very special place in my heart because it helped get me into esports. And, you know, if it wasn't for StarCraft 2, maybe I wouldn't be here today. Guys like Total Biscuit, Day9, and Husky StarCraft were, and still are, a huge sort of role model to me. So this unit's really cool. It is so easy to kill, but the attack stat is nothing to sneeze at. Perhaps what pushes this over the edge is the arson technology, but I actually think that this is probably fine, and that if you've seen people get owned by this, or you've been owned by it, chances are your opponent might have been able to do a better job defending. I mean, these units are so squishy, and they might be kind of cheap, and they might create quickly. They're so easy to kill. I think your opponent can adequately defend. Hamley says, Civ 5 sucks. Better play the Star of Firaxis Time Up Alpha Centauri. Or lineup. I'm open to ideas. As long as people don't mind that I'm learning too. At some point I would really love to use my stream as an opportunity to just learn to play games. Or just play games that I don't normally have the opportunity to play. Because generally I use gaming as a way to connect with the people that I don't generally... You know, the people that I care about that I don't have that much time to spend time with. Like my friends, so I'll just freely, you know, hop between whatever games they enjoy, and I don't really mind what games those are. I know that I've read before that people are like, dude, your channel is purely an AoE channel, and I really think you should upload whatever you do on another channel. Well, I never set the precedent that my channel is just going to be AoE, and it will never just be AoE. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop doing AoE videos. I will always do AoE videos, and there are plenty of them coming along the way, but the second channel is never viable. They never work, and I always mix this stuff in. If you just watch for the AoE content, that's fine. You can just watch that stuff, but I appreciate any support I can get otherwise. It's important for the longevity of the channel, my own sanity, and not everyone wants to watch and play AoE. Most people do. So there's a balance, right? Hello, Flopshen. I hear Civ, some people tell me that Civ 4 was better than Civ 5, but I never played enough Civ to form any sort of valid opinion on that. I have no idea. Who knows? Who knows? That is Mr. Surdy, says, I can't stress enough how thankful I am for your AoE content. You are awesome. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to also bring more AoE African Kingdoms content and whatnot. I'll be doing this for a very, very long time, and I enjoy every single minute of it. So yeah, open to ideas. Russian accent says GG Russ. We'll see, Russian accent. We shall see. Russian accent just made it personal. We gotta prove him wrong. We gotta win this game by killing Ski Wars. If you do this strategy, definitely get the scale mail armor upgrade at the blacksmith like as fast as you can. Otherwise, you're gonna your Shotel Warriors are gonna die so fast. I don't think Ski Wars is ready. Alright, Russian accent. Now I'm oh my god, look how fast they die. These things melt. Alright, we gotta prove them wrong. I have no idea if I would do the single player or multiplayer. I'm open to ideas. Hello, Shark! Civ 5 is a very popular suggestion, though. It's something that is definitely on my mind, and it's a game that I have always wanted to play more of. But I actually really haven't had a chance to try it. I just don't have much time to play, like, single-player games and whatnot, and like I said, I mostly use gaming as a way to connect with people. I know that Civ is multiplayer, but basically I play multiplayer games with my friends. If they played Civ, I'd play it. But I'd be happy to do it for the stream. It seems like the kind of game I would like. Grey Fox says, when you make your unit production buildings a control group, how do you create troops without creating them all at one building? That's a great question. Sometimes the multiple building unit queue is actually quite buggy, which you may have noticed. In that, you know, you'll try and queue up units at one building and it'll, like several buildings, and it'll queue them up only at one. Sometimes I just click them all individually. I typically hotkey my buildings to make it so moving gather points is a little bit easier. And when I don't care so much about some of them all queuing up at the same building. I'm gonna move out a little bit. I'm picking on Ski Wars because his score is really high and Delta's my flank, and Delta appears to be having the game of his life right now, so we're gonna try and save him. Punish Ski Wars for being a bad man. Squire should be good. There's a lion over there. I'm gonna get you, buddy. I'm gonna get you. Where'd he go? Is he dead? Okay. That does it, Ski Wars. Oh, I'm going in there. I also need a tribute delta, probably. What? Shit. Okay. Based off Delta's terrible wood line, I'm assuming that he is very weak in the wood department. So I'm gonna try and steamroll this man. Once I clean up this army, I'm going straight for the throat. You can't run from me! But unit pathing is bad enough that maybe he can. Ugh, those guys are dead. Gonna chase him down. Okay. This map is really tricky to play. There's not a lot of space to build. Once I get enough of these, I'm going in. Unfortunately, crossmen are very good against this. Sorry if I'm not watching the chat as much right now. I'm trying to play the game. I'm also running out of voice. As, I mean, we were in the lobby for so long. In the future, I should probably talk a little bit less in my videos. That way I can actually stream for longer than 3 games without burning myself out. I can only talk so much. Fun fact, if you're wondering why Tasteless is such a sexy, manly voice, it's because he, you know, when he was casting, like, StarCraft all the time, it did so much damage to his voice. His voice got so sore that that's why it sounds so gruff. Contrary to popular belief, Tasteless is not a heavy smoker. Zataria says, can you record an N64? I think you have to use an emulator for that, but maybe there's a capture card for it that I'm not aware of. Who knows? One thing I'm really looking forward to today is to play Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon after the stream, enjoy some dinner, and then I have to do like homework all tomorrow, but can't wait to try Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Looking forward to that one. Basically, I don't get that much free time, so when I get to sit down and just stream Aoe2 for a couple hours, it is so much fun for me. Like, that's why I'm usually in such a good mood, because this is like a break from all the humdrum, silly shenanigans of life. I can just set aside a couple hours to play my favorite game with my favorite people. It's really just a great experience. All the stresses in the week just sort of melt away when I get to sit down here, get to build my little empire. It's so much fun. Condon says, how many villagers do you usually want to have in a 200 pop game? 100, my friend! 100! You might need a little bit more, you might need a little bit less, and that depends on how poor or rich you feel. If you're creating military units, Conjun, and you still feel like you're impoverished and you have no money, maybe you need more bills. Conjun, if you are filthy rich and your military is really tiny, maybe you have too many. But yeah, let's say 100. 100 is I'm simplifying it, but that's a good old number that just makes it easy. Satari says, real life sucks, we should all play AoE. That's what I do, man. Shark, I think I only have 1 unique unit for the Ethiopians. But some of the new civs have 2 unique units. If you're interested, I have a civ overview video on each of the new civs on my YouTube channel. You might enjoy that. It's been crunch time for me for school recently, because I'm transferring next year, so I have to do all my transfer apps, and gotta make sure I don't screw that up, and my classes have been really, really hard on me. But I'm almost done, man. Once we hit December, it's gonna be great. Long Swordsman. Ski Wars and his counter army. Ski Wars is the fun police. No, Ski Wars is super fun. He's actually the guy who made the Aoe2, he made the subreddit for me, Res Quotes, where we post all our favorite quotes from my stream and YouTube videos. It's one of my favorite things to browse. Aaron King says, everyone watching this has no life, stop making us feel bad. You guys have a life. Thank you, Magic, I love you too. Number 1 fanboy says, do you use the default keybinds in Aoe2? Yes, I use the default Age of Empires 2 the Conqueror's hotkeys, the ones that come with the CD. Why? Because I'm a masochist and I'm used to it. It's like how I used to play the original Dota 1 back in the day. So, yeah, back in my day, we played Dota 1 and Warcraft 3. So I'm just used to the bad hotkeys. I don't recommend getting used to them, but it's just something that I'm used to. I think the new hotkeys are better. Royal Heirs is the unique tech that I have here. I don't think it's actually necessary that I get it right now, because I think these guys create fast enough, and they're mobile enough that rushing as the Ethiopians rushing out Shotel Warriors could potentially be a viable strategy. Like dropping a castle, you could get a really quick castle age with the extra resources. There's something legit here, I think. Where am I under attack? Screw you, bro. In the wrong neighborhood, I'll tell you. Come to the center. I hate that Moroccan noise. Always makes me nervous. Now, I might be making this strategy look a little bit more OP than it is, and I assure you it's a viable strategy, but it's not as strong as it might look here. Keep in mind that the civs that typically fast castle age into their unique unit, like the Spanish and the Mayans, do so because their unique unit meets a couple important criteria. For one, it's fast. And this is important to offset the amount of time that you spend trying to get out those, build that castle, which is really going to slow down your economy. You have to build the castle first, and then, you have to get those units all the way over there to the battlefield. It can really slow you down. And that's why it's important that if you do go for, like, a unique unit strategy, like, usually it's going to be a fast unit. Also, the unit must be strong and high impact with good stats, which this unit does have. Although I do have to say that this unit is incredibly easy to kill, and we've seen that I've had very high casualties. And it's actually does rack up the cost, so I don't think it's actually that crazy. It just might look stronger here because, one, I have more experience with this than my opponents might, and yeah, I just have a bit more experience with it. People will get used to defending against strategies like this over time. So yeah, I think people just have to get used to it. It's something new that no one's really dealt with yet. But give it time. I don't think this is crazy. And if it turns out to be slightly too good, maybe arson is where you take it out. LightAX says, any tips on how to respond when under pressure in a game? I always seem to find that I can't respond quick enough when attacked in several places. That just takes practice, and that's really hard. You'll get it over time for sure, so don't worry about it. The important part is to make sure that in the meantime you're having fun, and you understand that everyone loses a lot at first. You're gonna lose some games. It's something that hotkeys help with. Like, I am able to focus a lot on my economy because I can just press H to jump to a town center, and then C or A to create a village, or A if you're just using the standard HD hotkeys. So that's something that that helps a lot. Mostly I just prioritize my economy, generally speaking, first before I go too crazy with the military. Because the economy is the foundation for everything. You won't be able to actually make military units if you have no money. So I like the way my base is laid out. I think that my stuff is very easy to defend. That's why I generally advocate for defensive castles, because if you position them defensively, it makes it a lot harder for you to get raided. I'm going to try and take advantage of my other unique technology, which is torsion engines, I believe. Yeah, torsion engines. Which actually makes the Ethiopians' late game very strong. The Civ is also very vulnerable advancing between ages. Like, very vulnerable between the ages. Because our economy bonus only does something, like, when we hit the next age. So in that time frame, very vulnerable. I might be missing a couple people's questions because chat's moving relatively quickly, and I'm also trying to play the game, so feel free to ask them again later. Apology says top 5 bad unique units. I think that units are, generally speaking, very situational, so while the Teutonic Knight might be bad a lot of the time, sometimes it's actually very good. So, it's difficult to answer. Maybe I can answer that after the game. It's a tough question. So, right now I'm going to try and build up my economy a little bit. We seem to be definitively ahead here, so I'm not in too much of a rush to apply that much pressure. So I think I can afford to relax a little bit, try and take advantage of this lead, build up and get all my upgrades. Because once I get all my upgrades, then I'll be real scary. Ogre Iceman's in the next stage, okay. There's 15 Bison's also behind. So I think it doesn't matter that Delta's a little weak right now. I'm always looking at the minimap too, glancing at that. That'll help you in most games. Yeah, I'll be making some siege weapons. I just need upgrades. This thing's so expensive. Okay, that's good. I feel like African Kingdoms could use a new closed map. Because a lot of these maps are so aggressive and very difficult to defend. Okay. Man, I love torsion engines on my bombard cannons and everything. Oh, it's so sick. It also applies to rams, scorpions. It's a great tech, just very pricey. You have to get your onager upgrade too, so, you know, I'm going to be here for a while. But I will move up really soon, regardless of whether or not I have all my upgrades. I just wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of siege, some other stuff to back this up. I don't want to suicidal my army here preemptively. That's a good sign. I like to see this. Eric going ham. Oof. I see you. So I'll go send the... Oop. Maybe I have to send the welcoming party that direction, actually. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. That sucks. Siege engineers against all these archers will be an absolute necessity. Every little bit extra range counts. I'll also want ballistics. Okay, so I need to wait for my siege weapons. Delta might be in a lot of trouble, actually. Oh, that sucks. Onager. Onager will be paramount. My work here is paramount. Leave me alone. What would you say is the most efficient counters to Shotel Warriors? Cinepolito asks. Most types of archers, hand cannoneers, are crazy good against these, and champions are a decent, reasonable answer as well. Most types of archers are great. God, this choke point sucks for me. I'll see if I can onager him down a little bit. Scorpions would be great here too. I'm trying to get my bombard cannon to walk the other direction, but he just won't. These palisade walls are going to make pathing really difficult. I don't want to attack him in this choke point like such. Maybe I should be making like elite skirms or something. In the meantime, as a way to deal with this, start pressuring him. I don't want to leave this red unescorted, actually. Ooh, good onager shot. Not bad. Oh, that's a castle. Shit, 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 shit. So much delay. No, you might be able to get it. No! Yes! I think that was like 99%. Oh, God. But these, fun fact, siege rams actually have an attack bonus versus other types of siege weapons, so... That's why my onagers died in one hit. That is actually a useful fact. That will win you some games at some point. Alright, we're moving in a little bit. Delta is not having a good game. But that's okay, he's never played this map before. And I'm not sure what Civi is. Portuguese, he hasn't played the Portuguese before either, I don't think. So yeah, make lots of archers, hand cannoneers, gunpowder. Stronger infantry units like champions are pretty good too. This unit might seem strong, but it is very bad against defensive castles unless your opponent happens to have a lot of them, and then he can actually probably just kill them with arson. And that's why I was thinking, like, this unit is potentially balanced around being very weak to static defense because it dies so fast, sort of like how camels used to be really held back as a raiding unit because they died so fast. So that made me think that maybe this civ just shouldn't have arson. Not that I think this civ is too strong, or if it is, it's maybe by an incredibly tiny margin. Difficult to say. But yeah, if you have some hand cannoneers and stuff at the base of your buildings, you should be good to go. Arson might be the thing that, if anything pushes us over the edge, in my opinion, it might be arson. But we'll see. I'll probably change my opinion over a couple of months. Who knows? Maybe Ethiopians turn out to be trash, and the Teutonic Knight is the most OP thing in the game. Or maybe not. Oh, they lost that battle? Seffel says, what mods are you using? I have a list in all of my YouTube videos in the video description, especially the more recent ones. It should also be in the About section of my YouTube page, I think. Maybe the mods can link them. No hump boats, indeed. How good is Arson and Eagles? I think it's pretty good. Phantomax? What the? Whoa, Delta is dead. What? What happened there? The artist formerly known as Delta. Staff Sergeant Hartman has gone crazy, mad with power, and I have no gold. I need to build like trade carts or something. I also need to kick my military production into high gear. Alright, we're taking the training wheels off. Unleash the trash units. Horik, unleash the trash units. Aye, aye, Captain. Probably butchered that one. I don't know if Horik actually says aye, aye, Captain or not. All I remember is my Trin saying, Horik, unleash the cannons. Oh, it sucks. Sucks so much. Just one of my upgrades, man. You can't just do this. Go forward farm for visibility. Okay, okay, Korbic. Erez, or Arze, says, what's your favorite AoE3 plus expansion civ? Hello, by the way, great stream. Thank you, man. I did not play that much AoE3. I wish I played more of it. Mostly because, again, I play what my friends play. And they didn't play that much AoE3. When I did play it, I had a lot of fun with the Ottomans. But the Ottomans were cool. Great bombards are nice. Wow, I feel actually very safe in terms of my base being, like, easily defensible. These castles protect me just about everywhere, but god, the wood line on this map is so bad. It is so very bad. I remember back in the beta, this map had, like, no trees. Maybe it still doesn't have enough. Oh, this is bad for me. Okay! A series of minor setbacks. Also, I don't know where all those trade carts are going. Presumably Delta has a use for those resources to sort of build back in this poor guy. Wait, why am I building markets over here? Who am I trading with? Maybe I should have my markets, like, back here, right? I'm trading with Delta. It's not like this is very safe, though. Yeah, I should just do that. Yeah, I don't know why I was building markets over here. I didn't think Delta was dead. Whoops. Mistake. Ooh. This wood line. Oh my god. Alright. Gonna make a post later. I, for one, am in favor of snow pine trees. Up on that. What do you guys think? Some snow pine trees? He says, I pronounce it Arize. Okay, no, I definitely care about making sure I get your name correctly. Thank you for understanding. It's always difficult to get it right the first time, but I will remember that. Arize? Okay. We'll get it right eventually. I need, like, siege onagers or something to deal with this. Or maybe I need heavy scorpions. Torsion scorpions are pretty good. Do I want torsion scorpions? Yes, I do. It's not even a question. Enjoy your shower, Fletch. Share all the details with us when you return. How's this fight going? Fortunately even. What happened? I thought the momentum on the other side of the map was actually going in our favor. If it doesn't go in our favor, that is absolutely bad news bears for us. Because that means that we're, like, down a gal. Well, actually, wait, no, maybe that's okay. Because 15 Bison appears to be as weak as Delta is right now, so... Naggers, dude. You know, I said I felt pretty safe from raiding, but maybe I'm actually not safe at all. Crap. Crappity crap crap. Oh yeah, he can always build a bunch of Fetorias, yeah? That is good. Do I want Arbalists to deal with those? See, the early game is all about making what units are strong for your civ, but the late game really becomes a game of counters. Where you want to be heavily considering what units are strong for your civ, but are also good against whatever the enemy is making. And god, I am gonna get clobbered here. I think I'm missing a lot of upgrades. Yeah, I actually had no upgrades on those. Let me go build some more of that stuff. I think I actually want light cavalry or something, because I have so much food and nothing else. Partially because the wood on this map is so bad. Or maybe I can have a petition to change these into the baobab trees. Hopefully pronouncing that correctly as well. Because they have 200 wood. This map actually still just might not have enough trees. Oh god. Oh my. Hello, Eridson. Welcome. I would raid their trade line, except I'm actually not in a position to do that. You can only raid your opponent's trade line when you have enough military to almost defend yourself, which I just don't. So that's bad. Need this. and to montage out those upgrades. Sometimes I don't get all my upgrades in time when I'm streaming, just because there's so much stuff I have to deal with. The multitasking is quite difficult. And you'd think with all these lumberjacks I would actually have a stable source of wood, but I still don't really. I am actually holding the line here 2v1, but I wonder what exactly I'm stalling for. These things, I wonder. Now these are not the most efficient farm placement, but keep in mind it's much better in the late game. I'm trying to select it, not that farmer. You see the struggle? Gosh. It's more important in the late game to make sure that you are, like, making farms rather than they're all positioned perfectly. So, yeah. Don't do that, sir. I don't want to send the skirms after that, right? Okay, so this bombard cannon is what I need to pressure that castle. Need to threaten to push back. Ah, that's bad news. What is going on there? I can't actually defend both sides at once, so even if I hold this line, maybe I'm doomed. Okay. So I got this army over here. Whoa! Ski War's gone mad! This villagers staging an uprising. I need bombard cannons to be able to... Oh my god. We got Iceman, you jerk. Get sappers? No, I'm not gonna get sappers. look at this guy. I love it when people have fun in Aoe2. See you, Deer Hunter. Have a good one. Literally, I'm so Stalin from... Stalin, I get it. Look at this guy. I love when people have fun in Aoe2. See, that's cute. More people should have fun like that. Also, when, like, Ski Wars pulls all of his bills off the line to go deal with that. Touche, my friend. Touche. I love that the Ethiopians get pikemen and halberdier for free. Makes defending against night rushes easier, considering that they're very vulnerable to them in the early game, because our eco bonus doesn't do anything when transitioning between the ages. And I have no answer to that at all. Yeah. No answer to that. That is so bad. My wood line. Ah, this map! I want a new standard map. Not one of these, like, weirdo, gimmicky, crazy maps. I don't actually get champions to balance out the fact that I have access to Shotel Warriors, so... This might be the end. This might be the end of Renaissance 22, Reconnaissance 22. RIP Reminiscence 22. Don't have enough gold. You'll notice I make liberal use of the mark in the late game. This is important. Well. Oh my god! Someone screenshot that and send that to the devs. Show them that this is a national emergency. Tom, if you watch this video, I think we need more trees. God damn it, Ugger. I'm actually gonna get sappers. I'm so done with this guy. I'm getting sappers. I've done it. I think this is the first time I've ever researched sappers on stream when I wasn't just, like, making mass Spanish villagers. Alright, bro. I don't have enough wood to build a lumber camp. God, this map. Yeah, Renaissance 22. Resignation 22. Someone called me Renaissance 22, and ever since then it's sort of stuck as an inside joke among my friends. They call me something different every time I see them. Reminiscence 22, that one was a good one. Dude, this wood line. Oh god, no! Iceman, no! No, Iceman! No! No! I have no more wood! Just have to buy wood? Shitballs. Iceman, Iceman, Iceman. What are we gonna do with you, dude? Ski Horse won't die, the Highlander. So much food. Alright, if I can somehow get the wood to build stables, I think I'm in the clear. Yeah, if I can build stables, I think I'm in the clear, because I can just spam light cavalry until the end of the game. If I run out of trees here, it's over. There are a few games that I've lost, like, purely off attrition, in which I've just run out of wood on the map. But, yeah, there's actually not enough stuff here. Not enough wood. Deforestation is a serious problem. Not only is it causing global warming, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but it's also destroying this Age of Empires game. Resurgence 2. Renaissance. Renaissance 22? Yeah, I've heard similar ones. Renaissance 22 is my favorite one. Because I've actually heard that a few times, and not as a joke. And, yeah, so I ended up picking this username because I thought it was easier to pronounce, spell, and read than Illuminite was, but mistakes were made. Apparently not always. That was one of the funniest mistakes anyone's ever made. Note, if you intentionally pronounce my name wrong, I'll think it's cute, but I'm gonna assume you're doing it ironically now, so there can be no more Renaissance 22. Spam scouts, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Uhtred Shield. I think Landalium called me Rubber Mints 22 at one point, or was that Deer Hunter? I'm not sure. Racist Resonance 22. I think some of his mods look the same. Kidding, of course. It's like how when you play Heroes of the Storm with your friends, and they keep calling like Thrall, Rhaegar, and Rhaegar Thrall. They call all the Protoss guys Zeratul or Tassadar. God, I hate it when Artanis goes invisible. So annoying. No, my friends don't actually sound like that. I don't think I'm gonna win this game, man. There is not enough trees. Not enough trees in the entire universe to sustain me here. Don't overboom, guys. It's a slippery slope. 1 minute you got money, and the next minute you're poor as dirt. God. Uyghur Iceman, you're the worst. Look at this wood line! Oh no! Oh no, somewhere Spirit of the Law is crying. He's rolling in his grave. Look at the inefficiency. Somebody get Spirit of the Law. Someone ask him, should I build another lumber camp here? Is this wood line efficient? Oh man. God, there's no place for my people. Who will take all these refugees? Oh, that feels so bad, man. Every time one of these maracas goes off, I can feel it. That means that one of my villagers... that means Squidward doesn't get to eat tonight. Does PayPal accept wood? Right, Hussar. My secret weapon. Shit. Alright, I am like this close to calling a game. However, I haven't actually got to make any Hussars this game, so I want to do that before I lose. You know, it occurs to me that Delta could have probably built like 5 Fatorias, or not maybe 5, maybe you could have built like 4. Actually, no, 5's fine. Yeah, you could build like 5 Fatorias, and then instant economy, boom, just add water. I guess he did that, but I also don't want to resign before he makes some military units, right? Sorry, Lana Liam, I've been missing some messages. Ready Teddy says, can you dance? Is River Dance 22 a thing? No, I can't dance, I'm white. I mean, I try, but... God, Ski Wars. Didn't know you had it in you. Didn't know you were such a bully. Ski Wars, confirmed bully. Oh, man. Alright, well, I'm about to hit poverty level 11. This is an emergency. Alright, they actually do need to... Okay. There are a couple things I think we as a community should rally around if you agree with me. If you disagree, that's totally fine, though. There are two things I think that this game needs from a not balanced standpoint. This is like, I think it's still important, of course, but this is a different type of suggestion. Notice how, guys, on the old maps, like Arena and Black Forest and whatnot, we used to get things like cows. The new animals used to spawn on the old maps if you owned the Forgotten DLC, but they don't do that anymore. If you think that you missed that a lot, let the devs know. Tell them that it's something that you care about, and then we can get this changed. We can get our llamas back, because personally, I miss my llamas, and when I play the old maps, which are always just going to be the most popular maps, right? I would like my llamas. Do you guys miss the cows? Because I do. And the other thing is, let the devs know, if you think this, that the new maps like Kilimanjaro, Serengeti, and Socotra might still need more trees. Or maybe these should be baobab trees. I don't know, man. I'm not a scientist. But what I can tell you is that I'm feeling the heat right now, and I think we ran out of trees way too fast. Maybe there should be snow pine trees up here. Ready to says I'm gonna hit the sheets now? Alright, good night, man. Have a good one. Stinking Hippie says you're white? I always thought you were black. Maybe you just have a black man's voice. Well, thank you. People tell me all the time that they don't think that my voice actually matches what I look like. I think one of the most dramatic dramatic surprises I've had was when I saw what Pokeaim MD actually looked like. He's got the jaw, and I don't know what I expected him to look like, but I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. I guess I expected a huge black guy, but really I don't know if I should have. People tell me that they expect similar with me, or they think I'm some sort of lumberjack, but no, I'm a tall guy, but I'm not a lumberjack. $5,000 wood, not for long, Ivan. He says with 5,000 wood, no. Not for long. That's all the wood I get for this entire game. We're on a wood diet. No carbs, guys. I still don't think there's enough wood on this map. I mean, you're entitled to disagree with me, but if you agree, let's get this started. We can make a difference. Change you can believe in. Because yeah, I mean, I've exhausted all the trees. Good night. That is Mr. Sir to you. He said good luck. Ah! Every game out of syncs. Alright, well, screw it. I'm uploading this one anyway, too. I'm sorry if it bothers you that the game went out of sync. There's nothing I can do. I just want to upload African Kingdoms gameplay, so hopefully you understand and you don't leave a dislike rating and you still leave a thumbs up. Because it does help out a lot with the exposure, and there's nothing I can do when it goes out of sync, man. I still think this was a good game anyway. I literally just ran out of wood. There was no wood left on the map for our side, so I don't know if we would have won or lost. I guess we would have probably lost. But now we'll never know. I just need something to upload, man. I'm sorry. Hopefully you understand and it doesn't bother you. But almost every game goes out of sync or crashes. They will patch it soon, don't worry. Problem is, of course, like, maybe it's a budget thing, I don't know, but it's probably like a scheduling thing. I'm guessing that the devs just don't have time to make sure everything is stable before they have to ship a build, so I hope that it gets fixed really soon. I will upload it anyway. Yeah, I hate this map too, Delta, it's okay. But I wanted to show the new map because it is zebras, and zebras are awesome! So are elephants and all the new animals. So yeah, I hope they add a little bit more trees to that. And, fix the out of syncs. I also want my cows back in, like, Arena and Black Forest. But those are just things that are important to me. The secret to success, of course, guys, is have a really large economy. I still wasn't able to sustain troop production throughout most of the game, and that's why I kept making so many villagers. However many villagers you need will vary. Enough so that when you're making military units from, like, several military buildings that you can still afford to do that. I would say a minimum of 100 is the goal, unless you're building lots of Fetorios. Pete got bingo, nice. It's starting to sound like Bob Ross, change you can believe in. Exactly. Except instead of Bob Ross, I'm not painting, I'm asking for more trees and cows. Someone else says, I didn't do well, but I didn't think I did that bad. I think you did fine. I think everyone did well in this game, and it was a pleasure playing with you guys. I'm surprised at how balanced the teams are, but yeah, this is very fair. I like that. Vivey says, well, this has sold me time to buy Ethiopian empires. Damn right. If you weren't sure that you wanted to play the new expansion, then hopefully watching me go out of sync all the time has convinced you. Uger Iceman, that was hilarious. I love seeing people have a little bit of fun. Thank you so much. You put a smile on my face that game. That was very, very cute. I like that you just tried to build a lumber camp there, too. I actually got sappers, by the way. I had to try and deal with that, but eventually I wussed out and I ran away like a weenie. I do think the new civs are fun and whatnot. I just can't wait until we stop dropping. Soon. Deforestation OP. Hashtag medieval problems. Oh, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. Alright, so, if you enjoyed watching the stream today, or you enjoyed watching this video on YouTube when I do upload it, thank you so much for your support. I do read all your comments, even if I don't get a chance to respond on them individually. My voice is kind of dying right now, so bear with me. If you can, take a brief moment to leave me a thumbs up rating on this video or whatever I happen to upload. It's a great way to show your support. It means a lot to me, and it helps tremendously with the exposure. I'd also love to have you at my weekly Twitch TV live streams, and if you want to get in on this, you just head to my Twitch page, link on the screen or in the video description, and you can find my live stream schedule there. Just scroll underneath the video player, update that every day. Hey, Turkman, welcome to the stream. You're here just in time to watch me go out of sync, but it didn't crash that time. Not bad. As always, I look forward to bringing you guys more Age of Empires 2, African Kingdoms content, as well as videos for other games. Your feedback means a lot to me. Thank you as always for the support, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Keep your eyes peeled, and also starting mid-December, I'll be doing a lot more extra stuff. I'm open to ideas. Let me know. And thank you guys so much for being an awesome, wonderful community. See ya, King Razzle Dazzle. We'll see, Flatch. We'll see. I'm probably going to be playing Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Jurek says, take a breather, Raz. Time to kill some things in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I need to rest my voice, eat some dinner. I spent so long in that lobby. Oh, what did you post instead, baby? Oh, I'll check it out. Soviet Matt says, why are Americans afraid to feel a burn? Damn, I love that one. I don't know, man. We're afraid of those filthy communists, which Bernie Sanders is not, but, you know. There are two things that we're very afraid of in America. Brown people and communists. Thankfully, Bernie Sanders is not a brown communist. At some point, I hope our country will move past those fears, and we can have a frank conversation about that stuff, but I think things are getting better here. Doesn't really bother me that much. No problem, says the baby. Thank you, Shark. Yeah, sorry, Vlad. I gotta go. I'm tired, I'm hungry. Need to rest my voice. And I did my 3 games. Hello, Steve. Good to see ya. He says, when are you gonna play Star Wars Battlefront? As soon as enough people ask me to do it. Yep, this was a blast, someone else. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, Tarek Man. Have a good one. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, and if you get any free time ever, I definitely recommend trying the new campaigns, Turkman. I think you might enjoy them. I think they're a huge step up from the Forgotten. Saving might be a little bit buggy right now, so just word of warning. But when they fix it, Turkman, I think you might enjoy them. Yes, J-Pens, here in America, we're afraid of those things. I'm not afraid of those things, Ignite. But a lot of Americans are. I probably won't play Star Wars Battlefront, but we'll see. I mostly plan to stick to strategy games. Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe Civ 5, maybe StarCraft 2, who knows? Maybe more Pokemon, but in an incredibly different format. You do what I can? Awesome. Aw, thank you, Turk, man. It's very flattering. No, Kowalski, no. No, I don't have that many. I don't really have like, any strong political opinions. I'm totally okay with the idea of communism. I'm totally okay with brown people. Just because I'm an American doesn't mean I'm afraid of those things. I just like to joke about how, as a country, we have a reasonable amount of people who are afraid of those things. Again, whatever. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke. But no, I'm not like that. Alright, goodbye. See you goodbye, Mr. A, and I will see everybody else next week. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and showing your support. Appreciate it, and yeah, wonderful playing with all of you. I'll see you all next week. Good night, everybody.